Well, here's the PP800 set up, and I've put the scope cam on. One thing to note, when you're buying a scope, especially for one of these SMK rifles, rifle pistol, what you want to call it, is if you get a smaller scope like this Victor Optics, and if I even mounted it on the dovetail rail, the eyepiece would only just come here, and your cheek rest is there, of course, and your eye line is completely out. It means you would have to bring your head forward to get a proper view through the scope. And that's a problem when you buy a small scope like this. It's okay if you fit this type of camera on, because now it's in line for where your head or your cheek rests on the plate here. So that's okay. But otherwise, you just can't have a small scope on one of these rifles. I put the long barrel one, and today I'm going to try the Baracuda FTs, and I've got to zero this in again, and then shoot the target to see how accurate these Baracudas are from this PP800. You saw it shoot yesterday with a cheap old scope, and well, that was a disaster. And today it should be a better video, I hope. Right, okay. As I just said about the PP800, I'm going to use the Baracuda FT pellets. I will have to zero the scope in, and then I can shoot the targets. I just want to see how the Baracuda pellets performs on the PP800. Yeah, yesterday's video. It's a shame that the man bought that scope, but everybody makes these sort of mistakes. If you don't read the advertisement on eBay about returns or no returns, then you only got yourself to blame. It's alright seeing a scope at a certain price, thinking, oh yeah, that's a bargain, but you very seldom get bargains, especially when it states no returns. Anyway, that's the plan for today, and let's see how it all works out. I hope my scope is okay, but well, I know it's okay. Yeah, Josh is still snoring, so there's no change there. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you out on the range, and hope this video's better than the last two. Okay. Right, I just want to come back to the setup on my PP800. First, I must apologise to all the air gunners out there which watch my channel, which are like more advanced, but I have got a couple, well, a few people what are new to the air gunning world, and this is really for them, especially when I say about a template. Yesterday, this is where I was shooting with that cheap scope, and when I was shooting, they was going up there and all over here. I just couldn't get the scope to come back to the centre. But anyway, I'm talking about now my setup with the camera and a small Victor Optics scope, the Sorrento. A few of my subscribers who are new to the channel have asked about my scope and camera. Well, when you're setting this up, especially with a small scope, as I said earlier, if I had it on the dovetail rail here, my line of sight wouldn't be capable enough. So I've had to put it onto a 10-inch Picatinny rail, which I've already cut down a few inches. So I think that's about 8 inches. And these mounts I've got are adjustable mounts. So if you look, I don't know if you can see it. You can see the markings just inside there on both, and the gap between there and there, it means the back end is raised up. So if you're doing longer distances, you've got enough adjustment on your elevation, or if you're doing shorter distances, you've got enough adjustment on your elevation to allow for that shorter distance or longer distance. As for the camera and the scope combined, it's on a Picatinny rail, as you can see, but the eyesight now is virtually in line with the cheek piece. So when I'm resting my head or my cheek on there, I've got the perfect sight angle to shoot. If, for argument's sake, I had the Sorrento on a dovetail rail, it would be just about there. So you would have to move your head forward to see it, and that would be very, very awkward. But as I say, this is for the new shooters who are just getting into the air gunning world of shooting. So this is really for them. Plus the template, of course, making your template up, how to zero it in easily. Now, as I said before on one of my other videos, not necessarily will it work for you, but it works for me. And I find this is about the best way to do it. And as you know, a ream of A4 paper with a printer, you can do virtually anything. The black dot is one of those splatter dots. So when I'm doing it today, that's where I'll be aiming at. And then once I hit that, I can then go for either the middles of the crosshairs, or go straight to the target and see if my zero is on target for bullseyes. Okay, so as I say, it's just for the newcomers, the new subscribers who's just getting into the world of air gunning. A few's mentioned about the camera, and a few's mentioned about the scope. My other scope is the Hawk scope, which is longer, which then that would be okay on this rifle if you mount it across the two dovetail rails. But it's where your cheek lays against your eye line of the scope. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say really, and yeah, I do apologise for the more experienced shooters. I mean, you know more than what I do, but we all have our own ways of doing things. Okay, so now I'm going to go out on the range and zero this scope in. And what's good about this scope, I mean, you can put it back to zero, and you can't unscrew the turrets, but you unscrew the bottom just here, and once that's unscrewed on both of the turrets, you can then turn left or right, or up and down, or left and right. What I don't like on a scope is the luminous reticle, which I have on this one, but I've never used it. I don't really like a luminous reticle. I don't know why, but that's just me. Anyway, I'm going to the outside now. It's a nice sunny day, and we'll get on with this shooting on zeroing the gun up, ready for shooting targets. Right, okay, as you know, I'm shooting the Baracuda. I've got 12 shots in here, and we're going for the square box with the little black dot as my 0 point. So I'm going to loosen off my turrets, and we're going to zero this rifle in with the Barracudas. This is the PP800, which you saw this morning, and load the magazine in. Just have a couple of puffs of my cigarette. As I said this morning, this is really for the new subscribers which are new to air rifling, and as I said the other day, I don't tell people how to shoot. They have to shoot their own way, but this may be one of the easiest way to zero your scope in, by using your crosshairs to crosshairs on a target, onto a template. If it works for you, good, because it certainly works for me. And the reason I'm shooting at the black dot in the square is to see where my first pellet goes. You have to see where your first pellet goes before you can start adjusting your scope, and that's the idea of it. Okay, so we'll take, we'll just look. And it's not very good because I can't see nothing. So I'll have to zoom in a bit. Okay, zoom in a bit. Right, okay, I can see the black dot, but once again through the scope camera it's very hard to see. So the first shot going for the black dot, and I'll find it again. There it is it? Dear me. Oh, there it is, okay. First shot. Oh. Will do when I take the safety off. Try it again. First shot.
Didn't really see where that is. I know it hit the target, but where, I don't know. So once again I'll have to walk down there and have a look. Okay, it's shooting high to the right. There's the pellet hole, and there's the target, high to the right. So what I'm going to do, I normally just move one turret at a time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come down on the elevation. I'm going to give it a full turn, because I've got these adjustable mounts on. Right, that's one full turn on the elevation downwards. So I'm going to take my second shot. And I can see the target. The sun is just in the wrong place. There it is. Right, once again I'll have to walk down here because I don't even know where it went. The light and the sun is just completely wrong for the camera. So I'll have another walk down. Okay, it's on a horizontal line about 3 inches away from the first pellet. About there. So I'll give it another full turn downwards. Right, okay. And this time I'm going to use the windage to come left. And I would say I'll do a half a turn on left at the moment. I just want to see it on the white sheet. Right, okay. So we're taking our third shot. Right, that's the pellet there, I believe. So we're moving over. So I'll go left again, half a turn, and take the fourth shot. Like that might take me onto the horizontal line on these crosshairs. And I think I'm just off the horizontal line. Really hard to see today. I'm not quite sure what that pellet is. Right, okay, I'm going to come down. Come down. I would say almost a quarter, or less than a quarter. Can't remember this fifth shot or fourth shot, fifth shot. Oh no, I'm looking wrong, I think. It's looking wrong, I can't see. There's a pellet there, I think. So yeah, I need to go back and come down. Okay. The light is just in the wrong place. But I think I can see just about there, so come down, another quarter of a turn. How many shots have I taken? Oh, I can't tell with this magazine. I think that's about 6 shots. This could be the 7th, I don't know. I can't tell. I can't see where that shot went. So I'm going to walk down and have another look. Plenty of exercise on this shot. Well, that last quarter turn was too much, so I go back a quarter turn and I'll go up 5 clicks and I'll go left. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, okay. I must be really close to it now. Just can't see the shade. And I still need to go left. That's better, I can see. I couldn't see where that went. I can't be that far off now. go and take another look. Have a cup of tea first. Well, it's less than a quarter inch away from the dot, and it's just above the vertical line, so I need to come down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I just need to go left maybe another 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so bit of luck, this shot should do it. Don't know where I clipped it or what. Let's go left a little bit more. And that looks like that was the last shot, so that's taken 12 shots. Okay. Well, at the moment it's taken me 12 shots, which is a bit unusual, but if I used a crosshair just to come over a slight angle, okay, so come left and go down. So it's 13 shots so far. Let's just clipped it, I think. I need to come back to the right. And down. Take another shot, because I think I'm just moving this rifle a bit. I don't think it's ever taken me this long to zero in, but I'm going to have a look. Right, I'm going to come right a bit. And what I'm going to do is go for the bottom red cross on the first bottom red cross. Sun's completely wrong now. So that's it there. It's on a horizontal line and it needs going up. Okay. It's on the horizontal line still. It still needs to go up. Oh, don't tell me that took me another 6 shots. That's 18 shots. Bloody hell. It just shows you when you're looking for a scope cam and you got the sun and you got your sun and shade in that little screen and you can't see nothing. Well, you can just barely see anything, but we're almost there anyway. I'm making making this look hard, don't I? Especially for the newcomers. But you can't help the conditions of the light source when you're looking through the scope cam. I'm loading in 12 because I'm hoping now once we're on 0 point we can then take the targets. I bet the rest of you people that's looking are laughing, but it's just the way it goes. I'll always show you a video with good shooting and bad shooting, so what mistakes I'm making I don't mind showing people. I'm not perfect. Right, I think I've adjusted, so that's 18, so this would be a 19th shot. And it still looks like it needs going up. Or does it? There's a pellet hole there, I can't remember if that's a pellet hole. I'll come back down. I'll go to the fresh target, this one. Bottom line. The other cross. Is that the pellet hole there? I'm not quite sure. It is, it's on the horizontal line and it needs to come down. It still needs to come down. Needs to go up. Unless that was me coming off target, I don't know. But just can't see that. This is getting tiring now, funny enough. Sun's out and What about the top one? Yeah, I'll go for the top. I can see that. First cross. It's right on the horizontal line. Needs to go up. So close, but so far. Oh, just needs to come down. It's certainly on target, but just needs to come down. And I think that's it. I think that's it. I'm going to have a look. And if it is, I'm going to have a look. And if it is, then I'm going to put the target up and see how that goes. Right, that's looks like it's a ball just to the right bottom. Right bottom. So go left 2 digits and go up 2 digits. I think I've loaded in 2 pellets. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I loaded in 2 pellets. And we count those 2 pellets as a miss. We'll go for the second top line target. Right, that was off. So we'll have to come back to the right. Reload. Strange. Not really happy with this shooting today, but that's the way it goes. Right, just loaded another 12 pellets in, and we're going for the second target on the top line, and we'll see how it goes. I've already took one shot and it went to the left of the ball. That's in the centre of the ball, I think. Next shot, I'm going to take the first target on the second line, and I can't see it. The shade's in. It's almost a ball. That's the ball. Right, okay. I'm going to take that.
the last target. Once again, I can't see it. And that's the ball. So I can knock these turrets down. Right, they're locked down. Just lock the turrets down. I don't know whether to put up a couple of yellow balls. Those little yellow balls I could do, depending on how good the yeah, I put up a little yellow ball and I put the rat up as well, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, these are the little yellow balls. I'm going to put up 2. You can see the size of them. They're 6 mils. Oh. I'll take the 3 down with me, put them up, and also the rat. Wait a minute. Alright, okay, so what's down there, I've got the rat, and below the rat is a little white ball. On the next brick along is a little yellow ball. Next brick along on top is a yellow ball, and in between the next brick is another little yellow ball. So there's four balls on one rack. And there's the rat and there's the white ball. And there's one yellow ball. There's the other yellow ball. And there's the other. Right, okay. So we'll shoot the rat's head first. He's after the white ball, which is the food for him. So that's what we're going to do. We'll shoot the rat first in the head. He's dead. Now we're going to go for the little white ball. Missed. 2 shots on each, so this is the second one. That's one little white ball gone. We go for the yellow ball on top. Don't know if that went or what. I can't see it, so there's a little yellow ball there. And that's gone. And now we're on the last little yellow ball. And that's gone. And I'm well pleased. Very, very well pleased. Let's shoot the rat in the body.
might have took some time zeroing it in. It might have took some time zeroing it in, but it was well worth it, especially when you can hit a rat's head and 4 little balls, one after each other. I think one ball, the white one, took me 2 shots, but the rest took me a single shot each. Yeah, I'm satisfied. I'm pleased with that shoot. Not pleased about how long it took me to zero it in, but even so, we got there in the end, and that's what the main point is. So we'll end the shoot there, and I'll go and get the target, and we'll go inside and have a look. I don't know. I mean, how much pressure have I got? I'm still in the green, so what I want to do, what I will do, not what I want to do, I'm going to load in the wasps. I know I'm persevering with these wasps, but I still think they're damaged. Oh, shit. I still think they're damaged. So I'm just going to load in 6 of them. That's 3, 4, 5. I don't know, we've got 9 out there. 6. 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I'm going to go for the centre of the square. It's not marked, but that's where I'll be aiming at, where you'll be seeing that on camera. And can't shut this lid up. Right, okay, so I've got 9 shots. I'm going for the centre of the square. So it's the centre of the 4 targets. And then we call it a day. I would say a centre's about there. Maybe I shouldn't go for the centre because although the pellets are right beside each other, never mind, I'll carry on. That dropped that one. That's 3. That one drops as well. It's got to be these pellets. Dropped as well.
that's the last shot, and that's going to be game over. I only wanted to try the wasps out again, and I still say this tin's damaged. Although I didn't have an aiming point as such. It still seemed to group okay, but a few pellets dropped. So I'm going to call it a day, and I'll take the target in and we'll have a look at the target and see about that. But I think the best shots of the day was not necessarily the rat, because it's quite a big object, but the balls, the white balls and the 3 yellow balls. And it shows me how accurate the rifle is, especially with these pellets, the Baracuda. So the Bisleys could be even better. And plus the bullseyes, there's only one real bullseye which is I'm not happy about, and that's the second one in the first one on the second line. Anyway, I'll turn this camera off. Right, okay. Anyway, we'll go inside and have a look. Another mouthful of tea, cold. Don't forget this demonstration is, well, it's not a demonstration, shoot. It's for the people what is just learning. And I say with the template, that's what it's all about, because you can line up your crosshairs and get virtually an accurate zero, and that's what it's all about, just accuracy in the way of zeroing in, and then you can start using targets, and if you do need to adjust, you can. That's my way of doing it. As I say, it might not work for you, but it works for me. Okay, I've used what, 27, 30, maybe 40 pellets today, but normally I do it in maybe 6 shots. And I think with these new mounts I've got, adjustable mounts, I might have raised the back end up too much, because the scope was virtually sighted in previously. Anyway, that's the end of the shooting video, and we'll take it inside and have a look. Thank you. Right, okay, here's the target. When I was setting up for 0, I can't really tell you what shots are what, but the first shot went there, and then the next shot went down here, and after that I don't know what shot's what, but it ended up taking the middle out of the blue cross, and then I started doing the red crosses. And then I went on to the targets. I believe I took this one first. I'm not quite sure, 2 shots, can't remember. Then I went over here. It's the centre of the board. I thought this was the centre of the board, but it weren't. There's the centre of the board on that one. Then I came down, I think, to this one. Still a bullseye. And then I came over to this one. And then I took the little yellow balls and the white ball and the rat. Took the little white ball, the rat's head, and the 3 little yellow balls, and also then I shot the rat in the body. But really, when I come back to zeroing, although I took a lot of shots to zero in the scope today, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter how many shots you take, because it's the end result what counts. And the end result in this case was shooting those little little balls, and it tells you how accurate you can get your rifle to be. And this is the first time in the PP800 that I've shot with the Baracuda pellets, and yeah, I'm quite pleased. I'm very pleased the way it's gone. As I say, I try and use the scope cam as best I can, because you'll be seeing, well, not necessarily what I'm seeing, because sometimes I don't see, because as I said before, depending on the way the light is and even the sun, I know I've only got a just over an inch square screen inside that camera to look at, and the light really affects that screen, so you're seeing much more than I'm seeing, but at least you're seeing it at 25 yards. I can't be no fairer than that. And the camera I was using on the table once again went off on the first session of zeroing, so I don't know if that's corrupted yet, because I haven't put it onto the computer and started to make this video. So until I do that, I don't know. So if you get a blank part and you're just seeing the camcorder, the cam record, the scope cam recording, you can understand that the camera went off, and that couldn't be helped. It looks like I've got to get another camera, but anyway. So the end results was good, especially shooting those little balls. The last 3 little balls, which is 3 yellows, I hit with each shot, single shot each time, and that tells me how accurate the pellets are and how accurate that rifle is, and how accurate the zero is as well. And so for you lot who are just new to the game in a way of air shooting, I would advise making yourself up a template. Try doing it the way I am. As I say, it might not work for you, but it's I think it's one of the best ways to zero your scope in. And once your scope is zeroed in, then you can start going for bullseyes or those little yellow balls or rats, whatever. Yeah. Well, that's the end of today's video. So I hope you enjoyed it, everybody. The new shooters and the experienced shooters that's watching these videos. Hope you all enjoyed it, and please, if you like it, leave a like, and if you've got anything to say, please leave it in the comment section, and I will answer you as soon as I can. So from now, I just say goodbye, and I'll see you on the next video. See you later.